Ho ho ho, crafty friends! Welcome to Craftvent Day 8. And today we are making Macrame Candy Canes. Craftopia does not condone the eating of these candy canes. So this is a pretty simple, fun craft to do, though it can be a little bit fussy. You're going to need to cut your macrame cord up into strips. We don't want them to be too long because we need our candy cane strips to be fairly short. Otherwise, you're going to end up cutting some off no matter what you do. But the shorter they are, the harder they are to work with as well. So it's kind of a catch-22 in that. So these are about 2 inches long, and that's what I ended up with once I was all done and trimmed them up. However, trying to tie pieces that are 2 inches long is going to be a pain in the backside. So I would recommend cutting them 3 or 4 inches long, just knowing that you are going to be trimming a lot of it off, and that is okay. So we are going to need 2 pieces of each color for every candy cane stripe that we do. And our red is a single twist, so it does have a tendency to unravel really quickly. Our white has a little bit more texture to it, you'll notice. So it will also still unravel, but not quite as quickly. It doesn't matter in the end. I'm going to show you an option to brush it out, which is really cool looking and a lot of fun and gives it a really cool appearance. All right, so the basic tie that we're going to be doing, we're going to loop our string in half, and we're going to set that underneath our pipe cleaner. Oh, by the way, fold your pipe cleaner in half. That's what we're using as the base of our macrame candy cane. Then we're going to loop our other one in half and set it on top. So now we're going to tuck our tails through the loop of the other string. So I like to start with this one. I'm going to pinch the tails from behind, pull them through, and then I'm going to take these tails and then tuck them underneath. And then we're going to pull really, really tight, and it creates this really super cool knot. Now I'm going to slide that up to the top, pull it a little tighter here, and I'm going to take this tip and tuck it over just to help secure that top one in place so that our candy cane pieces don't poosh off once we're all done. All right, next one. I'm going to take my red underneath, red on top, pinch those tails through, and then tuck these ones through and pull it tight. Now, I do recommend that you stay consistent with which directions they face. So my top one, the loop's always facing one direction, and my bottom one, the loop's always facing the other direction. And trying to do that on every single one is going to give you a much cleaner look. Although if you flip-flop, it could create something really cool as well. All right, we're going to keep alternating colors, red and white, until we have it all the way filled down to the bottom. All right, once you got them all tied on and you've made sure that they are super, super tight on there, it is time to go ahead and trim them up. So I'm just cutting them off about 3/4 of an inch away. You can certainly cut them more or less, but I find that in this particular project, shorter is definitely a little better. It gives you some better definition. I did leave a teeny weeny bit at the bottom unworked. I'm going to tuck that over to secure that last one in place once I am done here. All right. All right, and then before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and attach my string for hanging. So I'm just going to do a single knot right now because I'm going to tuck this over, hold it in, and then loop and knot it at the top for hanging. And now it looks like a really cool kind of candy cane bookmark, but we're not done yet. So I'm just going to tuck that in because it's a little pinchy. There we go. So you can certainly leave it like this and just shape it as a candy cane. So just a quick little zoop. Or what's really fun is you can actually brush all of these out and make it a little floofy. So you can use any comb or brush. I do find that like dog slicker or cat slicker brushes work really, really well for this. Please ask permission from your pet before using their slicker brush. Thankfully, my dog hates it, so she was absolutely 100% okay with me utilizing it for craft purposes instead of on her. So I'm gonna flip it over, make sure I get the back side. This will also help keep your candy cane from falling apart because it creates a little more bulk on the side, so it's less likely to untangle or untie. And as you can see, it just separates all of the little fibers in the macrame cord and makes them look a little bit softer. And now that I got them nicely brushed, I can also go back through and trim them up a little bit more if I want. So I'm going to be curling this side in, so I'm going to go ahead and trim these a little bit smaller just so that they don't hit each other quite as much as they curl. Not to tie. Da-da-da. Tuck them back a little. And and I just realized by putting my tie here, it's not going to hang in the right spot. Silly me. Let's move that. All right, I'm really going to cheat it here. Take this and we're going to just do a little lark's head knot right over the middle here. So I'm going to force it around and then just tuck it through the loop I've already made so I don't have to completely